Okay, so good morning class. Today we see the next topic of natural language processing. So in the last lecture we have seen the entity linking, coding by entity and how we can link the entities. And in today's lecture, we have to find out the information extraction. Okay, so that is the unit number 4. Sorting by the information extraction, we will see in this unit. Again, then once you extracting the information, how we can summarize that information. Okay, so let us consider you are collecting the data from the 100 web pages. Okay, and you are making the one bulk of documentation by extracting the information from the website, okay, or from any other resources, and now once you extract the information, so is it useful? Because that is random data, that is unstructured data. Okay, so information extraction is nothing but you are extracting the unstructured data. Okay, so how we can extract that? There are the different methods we will see in this unit. But once you extract that data, you will get the lot of information in the text format. Okay. The next task is you have to find out some important information from this text summarization. Okay. So you have to summarize whatever you are extract from the online. And once you summarize that data, again you can classify data. So classification means it is a bank related data, is it a education related data, or is it a financial data. Okay, so you can classify the data. So these are the three important steps I would like to say we have to see in this lecture. Okay, so that is the text information extraction, then the text summarization, and the classification. Okay, so roughly the text extraction is nothing but extracting the data from the website. Okay, so there is a website and you are extracting the data. Okay, so this data may be unstructured. Okay, and let us consider it is a 10 GB data. Okay, so after this 10 GB data, you have to summarize that data. Okay, so what do you mean summarization? In a summarization, you have to just summarize about that data, that this data is belonging to banking. Okay, so it may be near about 10 KB data, I would like to say. Okay, so this is your 10 KB data. Okay, and then okay, so after summarize that data, means 10 GB data into the 10 KB data. Now the next task is classify that data. So how you can classify data? You can classify the data like this. It is a banking data or financial data, bank related data. Is it a educational data? Okay. Is it is a sport data? I would like to say. Okay, sport data. Okay, so once you classify this data, so you are getting the more linking of that. Okay, this is a sport data and the summary like this. Okay, so in that summary, if you like this summary, so you can go through that detailed information. Okay, so this is the idea behind this unit, and according to that, we are frame this unit like information extraction, text summarization, and the text classification. Okay, now what is the information extraction? So the information extraction is the process of passing through the unstructured data and extracting the essential information into more editable and structured data format. Okay, so what we are doing in information extraction, that is we are passing the unstructured data, because on website the data is, you can say that it is available in an unstructured format. Okay, so all of you may be heard about the web scraping concept. The web scraping concept is nothing but the information extraction. So here we are extracting the data from the website using the web scraping tool. Okay, web scraping packages that is available in Python. Okay, and we are we are extract that data and that data is in a unstructured format. And then from that unstructured data, we have to find out the essential information. Which information is more important? Okay, and that's more editable, and that may be a structured data format. Now, this is the information extraction. The definition of information extraction is, we can say that it is the process of extracting the structured information. Okay, so but we have to find out the structured data from this unstructured information. Unstructured machine readable document, for example, web document. So this web document, this is your website document. Okay, this is your website document, and this website document you can find out. Right. So this website is available in an unstructured format. This is an unstructured format. So this data is available in the unstructured format. Okay. So once you convert this unstructured data, and this is your structured data, you can see that this is a structured data. Okay. So what is the structured data? That is the name, last name, and occupation. Okay. So this is the first name, this is the last name, and this is the occupation. Okay. So this Elvis is the first name, then the Lee is the last name and the occupation. Okay. So from this you can find out that what is the first name, what is the last name, and it is what is your occupation. So his occupation is a singer, because we have written that Elvis Presley was a famous rock singer. Okay. So obviously you can say that Elvis is a singer. So his occupation is a singer. Okay. Presley is his surname. Okay, and Elvis is your first name. Right. So we are converting this structured data into the unstructured data, and that concept is called the information extraction, and this is called the information extraction. Now, there are the few examples we will see in this lecture, how this information extraction is useful. Okay, so let us consider we want to search some keyword, and after that we are getting this data. Okay, so normally you can see it in the Google. So when you search for any document in the Google, so Google has to show you the some link of the web pages. Okay, and from that can it possible to extract the data? Yes. So this is a structured data, and this is unstructured data. This is unstructured data. So this is your structured data. That is the title, then the what type of data, then the location. Okay. So let us consider I am searching for the some new website. Okay, and I want to ship my job. Okay. So what I am saying. So here we have to find out what is the position. That is a business strategy associate. Okay, is it a job is full time or part time? Okay, and where is that location? Is it in a LA or is it in a CA? Okay, so you can find out this information from the unstructured data to the structured data. Same thing here. You can see that this is a biography data is available on website. So you have to convert this data like this. The name is what this. The name is Elvis Presley. Then his birthplace is what the birthplace is Kamplo, and the date of birth. So here you can see that the date of birth may be here is the date of birth. So this date of birth is written here. Okay, it's a birthplace, that is a Kamplo. Okay, and its name, and the name is Elvis Presley. Okay, so such kind of data. Okay, it is also useful nowadays in the e-commerce. Okay, so in a e-commerce website, you can say that this data is available. So what is the product? These are the products. Okay, TV, mobile, Okay, is all these things, right? And this is the product, this is the type of the product and the price of the product. So you can also find out using this information extraction. So this is also one of the example of information extraction. Now, what are the applications and where this information extraction is fit into the natural language processing? So in natural language processing, this information extraction is a third stage. You can say that the first one is a information detection. Okay, first you have to find out if the information is correct or not. So for that you have to search and retrieve the document in the response of query for information. Okay, so first in the first step, what you have to do, you have to search and retrieve the document. Okay, so we have to first stage is to find out the documents are available in a website, okay, or in the Google. When you type something in a Google, so that Google keyword has matched all the metadata that is available in a attached with that particular website, okay, and if this is matched, so it retrieve that information and it will show only the link on your result. Then the to understand the text as the people do, then the second one is to search the retrieve the part of document in response to the query for the information. Okay, so then the next task is passes the retrieval. Okay, so once you detect the information, then next task is to find out the part of your document. So if that part is related to your searching data or not, then information extraction. Once you find out the documents, then from that document you have to extract the information that fits predefined database schemes or templates and specifying the output format. Then fourth, then question answering task. Okay, so using this NLP, you can also do the question answering task. This question answering task is also to answer the general questions by using the text or the knowledge. Okay, then the last one is to understand the text as the people to do. So what is the people do want using the artificial intelligence? You can understand that particular text. So that is the meaning. So sentiment analysis is the last part of our application. So the information extraction is the third place of this NLP. Okay. So in the first stage you have to retrieve information. Okay. In the second stage you have to find out the part of the document. In the third stage you have to extract the information from the predefined database. Okay, and then you can, after that you can find out the question and answering, and finally you can go for the text understanding. Okay. So in this way you can see that our information extraction can be worked. So information extraction is the process of extracting the structured information from the unstructured machine readable format. Okay, so your machine readable format is always an unstructured format. So it can be possible, but to understand by the human being, your data must be in a structured format. Okay, so the information extraction is required is the process that converts the unstructured data into the structured format. Okay, so this is the source. For example, this is the website. Then there are some tokenization and using the normalization. You have to find the name entity. We already found find out what is the entity. Okay, so this is the entity, and this entity says that it is a person. And this is the entity. This entity says that it is a date of birth. Okay, and from that entity you have to find out the instance of the expression. So if it's Selvi, angle maker, these are the singer, he is a politician. Okay, so we are finding out the occupation of this person. Then fact extraction, so find out the more information about the existence. Then ontological information extraction and beyond. Okay, so you can do anything with that information. Now there are the few applications where we can extract the data from the paper. So that papers are available in the PDF format. Okay, PDF format. Okay, and from the PDF format, you can find out the textual summary of human and the structured knowledge. So how we can find out the summary for the machine. So for machine, for summarization of machine, you have to use the different subject, different relation, and the object. Okay, so these are the subject. You can say that. Okay, so relation is a has function, then it will also. These are the function. That is a P53 is a protein. Okay, DAX is a protein. P33 has a function at apoptosis. Okay, this is the one of the biomedical related paper. Okay, and this biomedical related paper we are using our information extraction. Okay, and using this information extraction, we are finding out this structured data. Okay, so this structured data you can find out like make some relationship with the subject and the object. Okay, so this is the subject, as is indicating the subject, and some relation with your object. Okay, so what is my subject? My subject is the name of the protein. Okay, so as P32, 53 is a subject, is a protein. Then DAX is a protein. Then P53 has a function that apoptosis. Then apoptosis involved in a cell death. Okay, so it is involved in a cell death. So when the cell are dead, so this particular object or particular subject has been used, that is apoptosis. Okay, so such kind of information you can find out from this unstructured data and to make the machine readable format. Okay, so before we moving to the general framework, okay, general framework, let us start the general framework of natural language processing. So how the natural language processing is work, that is how the natural language processing framework, and where we are use the information extraction. So before we implementing the information extraction, we must understand what is the general framework of natural language processing. So this is a general framework we are used for natural language processing. So in the first case, we have to find out the lexical processing and morphological processing. Then after, in the second step, we have to find out the syntactic analysis, then semantic analysis, and then the context processing interpretation. Okay, so these are the four steps that is more important in natural language processing. Okay, so lexical process, that is the tokenization, okay, morphological, you have to use in this first stage. Then you have to find out the syntactic analysis, so is our sentence is syntactically correct or not. Okay, so you have to find out in this second stage. Then from the, if it is syntactically correct, okay. So in the third, once you find out the syntactic analysis, then you have to find out the semantic analysis. Okay, so in the semantic analysis, you have to find out the some emotions from the sentence, and after that you have to find the context processing. Okay, and this context processing is nothing but our interpretation. For that we require the information extraction. So how this framework is work? In the first case, that is in a morphological and lexical process. Let us consider there is a sentence junction. Okay, so first you have to find out the pronouns, nouns, verbs. Okay, and then you have to find out the syntactic analysis. So this is your syntactically you can find out this is your sentence. Okay, noun pronouns and verb pronouns. Okay, noun propagation and word propagation. Then you have to find out the noun, that is a John, and the verb, that is a run. Okay. Okay. So the semantic analysis, in the semantic analysis, you can find out the semantic of this word, that is a run. Okay, and there is a agent that is run. Find out some semantic from this. Okay. Then you can generate some process, context processing and the interpretation. So in that we have to find out the John is a student and he is run. Okay, so such kind of information you can generate from this natural language processing. Okay, so here there are the two words only. From these two words you can generate the two sentences. Right? So John is a student and he is run. So you can run this kind of context processing. So this is a general framework we are using the natural language processing. Right? So in morphological and lexical processes, we have to find out the tokenization and then the sentiment analysis, then the semantic analysis, okay, and the context processing. Now, what are the different information extraction methods we have to use? So before we understand the various methods of the information extraction, so let us take this example. Okay. So in this example, you can see that there is a sentence that in 1998, Larry Page and the Sergey Brin founded the Google landscape. Okay. So what exactly, which information you are getting from this sentence? So when you extract the information from this sentence, so you can find out that the founder of, first is the Larry Page of Google Inc. and the founder of Sergey Brin the Google Inc. And it is founded in, that is in Google Inc. in 1998. Okay, so if you are synthetically or in a structured format, okay, if you find out this information in a structured format, so you can get this Larry Page, okay, and this is a founder, so this is a function, you can say that this is a method, okay, so these are the methods we are used, that the founder of Google Inc. is a Larry Page. The founder of Google Inc. is a Sergey Brin, okay, and it is founded in 1998. What? Google Inc. Okay, so so from this single sentence, you have to extract. You are extracting the information like this: the founder of Larry Page and from the Google Inc. Then the founder of Sergey Brin from the Google Inc. And it is founded in Google Inc. 1998. Okay, so such kind of information you can, these are the various methods you can use for the extraction of data. So this information extraction, there are the various methods, that is a hand-built pattern, or you can say the rule-based pattern, then the bootstrapping method, then the supervised method, then distance supervised method, and the unsupervised method. Okay, so there are the various methods that are used for information extraction to find out the information. Okay,